Hello, this is Robert Peters. Hey, this is our second installment. We've got the one and only amazing Dr. Tricia Mooney out from Hermiston, superintendent there, really discussing some amazing work that they're doing, all right? In our first part, we really discussed our CTE program, but when we begin to look at Hermiston, Hermiston has a culture and kind of a grow your own culture that is synonymous of what I think every school community really wants. A lot of people look at, okay, how do we build a pipeline to teaching? How do we kind of grow our own? And Tricia and her amazing team are doing a wonderful job of growing their own, and not only doing that, but building this strong culture. Tricia, if you could kind of give the NDPC community and ASA community just some tips or some ways that you've developed this, please talk with us, because you guys are doing wonderful work.
Thank you. I think really one of the things that I focus on is that we should be about building each other, right? And building really the future of our district and of education. And so I focus on career pathways. Everyone should have a career pathway even within the district. So if you come to the district as a baby teacher, so a first-year teacher, and if you want to teach for 30 years, that's amazing. We want people to teach for 30 years in our district. But if you have aspirations of, going into administration or technology or something else, we also want to have those career pathways for our people. We are in our area, we're the largest district, and in kind of rural Oregon, if you will. And sometimes people think about Oregon and they're like, oh, I'm going to go to Portland and it's a huge city. And that's not where we are. So we really focus on how we can grow our people. I like to, with our career pathways, we have an education pathway. And I like to, at the end of the year, go get our seniors that went through that pathway and give them my card and say, hey, when you're ready to student teach, you can come home, right? Right. And some kids do go out and come back. Some kids we also want to keep here or aren't planning on going away to school. So we're looking for opportunities to grow those teachers. We are partnering with a community college on some dual credit opportunities, but also looking at ways for students to actually teach or work in our district as an instructional assistant while they're going to school online, be supported in a cohort program, and then ultimately they student teach here and get jobs here. We know that there's no better instruction to be a teacher in Hermiston than from the teachers in Hermiston. Exactly. And then we grow our teachers into instructional coaches, and we grow our teachers into administrators. Right. So I really focus on looking at the resources we have here and saying, I'm always looking at somebody and thinking like, if we have this opportunity, who's going to fit into that we have? Because I think it's about, if leaders aren't developing leaders, right, we're missing the boat. So across the board, it's about growing our own and supporting our own, because there's a shortage of teachers, and we've got to make our own pipeline for our teachers that want to be in Hermiston. And I love when we get a Hermiston kid that can go all the way through the system, and we see them be a teacher that's successful, an instructional coach, an administrator.
Definitely. Folks, Tricia and her team, they have really created this culture where, children, even if they go off to school, a lot of them come back. I was out in Hermiston months ago, and just to see, people that had maybe kids, they were not kids then, they were adults, right? But they had left, they come back, they're teaching. Tricia did let you know she has a great eye for talent, right? And I'm telling Tricia's a great recruiter, right? So she'll go and say, hey, I think you should stay, or hey, have you thought about your next job? I think you're going to be the leader for this. I know you're doing a great job, right? You're a coach today, but tomorrow I think I'm going to have you as an assistant principal, right? So, but to develop a culture where folks, they want to be there, they want to be a part of progress, and also to develop a culture that I see with Tricia and her team where, we're sitting down and really listening to, ideas and begin to synthesize as a team. So folks, Hermiston is, when we're looking at this model, if you are looking for a grow your own model, how to connect that with the actual colleges, then how to build systems on getting those children connected, and then develop those professional learning systems throughout the actual system to develop those TAs in the strong teachers, you better call Tricia and her team, okay? We've got a link here. Connect with the Hermiston Bulldogs. They're doing some amazing work around culture. So I want to thank you so much, Tricia. Thank you so much for being a part of the process in this second installment. And we're looking forward to our next installment where we really talk about, what are some comprehensive partnerships and initiatives that are going on in Hermiston, because they're doing amazing work. All right. So thanks again. Hey, folks, tune in, hit us up in the chat, and definitely connect with Tricia and Hermiston School District. Thanks.